As the cliche goes, April showers bring May flowers. But usually what comes after is the heat and dryness of summer. Hello again, SA here. And before the hot weather of the holiday shows up, you should indulge in my new short story, The White Cat, a free exclusive on Substack. The links are down below in description. Join Margot Thompson, a beautiful stage actress and recent widow who finds salvation in the form of a white cat during a night of terror. While checking out my oddball thriller, remember that my Glitch series is still available at Amazon and Barnes & Noble. The links are down below in the description. While you'll find my peculiar story about a white pussy entertaining, that doesn't mean I'm out of ideas. I still have more stories coming down the pike, so as long as I don't run into any mishaps, you'll see those stories as well. Now let's get back to the video. Hello again, SA here. Now, anyone who's been paying attention has probably heard about the so-called trans movement. And I gotta tell you, at first I thought it was just a fraud. You know, a bunch of weirdos guys who think they're women. But I think it's something more than that. And of course, don't get me wrong. If you want to go out in a big poofy dress and call yourself Queen of the May, hey, go ahead. Do what you want to do. But if you take your little pinafore and start hitting people over the head with it at the bus stop, I'm going to say, no, that's not allowed, okay? But what's going on now is just unconscionable. I mean, I don't know what to say, because it seems that these people are volatile. And no, I ain't talking about these occasional so-called incidents where someone goes into a damn GameStop and the guy looks like a damn Dick Buckus, and then someone says, "How you doing, sir?" And then the clown has a freak out and says, "His name is not sir, it's ma'am." And I'm not even joking. I think you've probably seen that old vid. I think the vid's been floating around like a decade now. I mean, the guy goes into the GameStop, and the poor schmuck behind the counter, he keeps saying "sir," and the guy is just getting more and more racist, kept screaming and telling about, "It's not sir, it's ma'am, it's ma'am." You remember that old video? Yeah. Well, like I said, it seems like these people are getting more and more deranged, more and more psychotic, more and more, going off the deep end. Now, of course, and the worst thing about it is these damn institutions keep playing patty cake with these people. Remember that that Thomas character? The one who jumped in the swimming pool and won all those damn records claiming they were a woman? Remember that clown? And yet the damn, was it NCAA, I think the people who were managing the swim meet, let it happen? And of course that Riley Gaines chick, that blonde girl, from Tennessee, who should have won that contest. She got on her high horse and they said, hell no, we won't go. And these trans people tried to shut her down and shut her up. But I have to admit, little miss there, the girl's got balls, metaphorically speaking. And she's not letting these weirdos, shut her down and shut her up. And wait for it, out there in England, old J.K. Rowling, Miss Moneybags, thank you, Harry Potter. She ain't letting those trans people shut her down either. Even though they recently passed a law in her zip code out there in Scotland where they say, oh, if you misgender somebody, you can be arrested on a hate crime charge. And you can be punished up to, I forgot how much, I think it's like maybe 10,000 British pounds and maybe 5 years in jail. And J.K. Rowling, she ain't taking it. She's saying, I dare you to put me in jail. I double dare you. And so far, the damn Scottish police zipped down their pants and checked to see if they still had a pair. And then I guess they realized when they didn't, they said, okay, J.K., we're going to give you a pass. Yeah, well, apparently here, these damn trans people, they're getting really violent. They ain't just talking about the incident happening in Nashville, where that kook went into the damn Christian school and shot it up full of holes. I mean, Jeremy from the Quartering, he's still getting riled up over the fact that the manifesto isn't being revealed. And he's sitting there wondering loudly what the hell they're covering up for. I mean, the clown is dead, so it's not like that clown's going to object. But anyway, this video is about a whole new incident. Happened in Pennsylvania. Now, I'm going to show you a clip from Jesse Waters' program. And believe me, you guys see it to believe it. All right, here we go.
The landmark sexual discrimination law, which opened the doors for women in sports, education, and the workplace, just got transitioned on Friday after the Biden administration expanded Title IX to include transgender. The change would potentially undo bathroom bills in 10 states, forcing schools to let trans students use whatever locker room or bathroom they want. The government's putting the interest of deranged surgeons above the rights and safety of young women. A 12-year-old little girl got her skull bashed in by another student at an elementary school outside of Philly. And parents say the attacker is a boy who identifies as a girl, and the school's covering it up.
This was a teenage boy who beat on a little girl. All right? Call it what it is. I don't care. Don't look at me like that, Mr. Fusco. You're a father. What if that was your daughter? What if that was your daughter? How come none of the articles said that it was a boy attacking a girl? How come half the people here kept switching between he and she? If this kid was protected simply because they were trans and not because of any other reason, that's not cool. They have a violent past.
Security tapes, which the school's hiding, show the attacker sneak up on the girl and beat her repeatedly in the head with one of those big metal Stanley cups. Screaming, crying, blood everywhere. It went down in the middle of the lunchroom, and the entire student body's traumatized. Parents say the school was tipped off about the attack. A group of girls found out the trans student had a hit list of girls to bludgeon. So they did the right thing and told adults multiple times that day who ignored it.
I went to the guidance counselor and told her since I was second on the hit list, knowing that there was something going to happen, because I was told, watch your back. He is going to come for you. I was terrified, and I told Miss Fattori that was happening, and she said, don't worry about it, it's not going to happen. And laying in bed last night, I just kept repeating it in my head, and we shouldn't have had to sit there, watch her repeatedly yelling that I'm going to murder you, and just hitting her with a Stanley. And I don't get how, you couldn't have stopped it. It was 5 hours from when I told you it was going to happen.
And this mother reported a separate threat the student made to her daughter just days before.
If it was taken serious by multiple complaints, that little girl would have been in school today. And my daughter is traumatized.
So the transgender suspect was arraigned this morning where he, you're not going to believe this, hit a sheriff's deputy with a water jug and could face new charges for that assault. Primetime reached out to the school for comment. They had nothing to add.
All right, you saw that, right? And the worst thing about it was, this crazy person, they did it in the public. I mean, they said that this clown attacked some little girl. They said the girl was 12 and hit her over the head with a so-called Stanley Cup. And no, not that cup, you know, the one from the hockey. No, it's some kind of stupid overpriced mug. It's the new thing, you know, it's the new fad. Overpriced metal mug. And multiple people just sat there dumbstruck as this clown, this guy who thinks he's a girl, just totally tried to murder this little kid. And for what? Don't know. And because according to Jesse Waters' program, as far as the people who witnessed it, this little kid didn't even know this person. Didn't even say who to you to this person. And this person's going to jump on this little girl and try to murder her publicly in broad daylight in front of everybody? Like, what the fuck? Almost reminds me of that scene from that old Donald Sutherland film, Night of the Locusts, which I'm not going to get into, but there's a similar scene in that film. And that scene is pretty bad. I'm no joking. If you saw that film, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen that film, let's just say this. I'm warning you now, if you ever watched that film, be prepared for that scene. That scene is like one of the most awful things I ever saw on motion picture. Well, anyway, what happened at this school, it was almost as bad. Only difference is the little girl somehow survived. And the worst thing about it was, what the hell are these people who run the school doing? Just sitting there on their hands? And now that this girl, and I don't know if she's gonna, I didn't say if she's still in the hospital or not. I'm thinking these people are gonna get their pants sued off of them. I mean, and they should get sued. I mean, multiple little kids are sitting there telling you that there's a crazy person running around the hallways talking about wanting to murder little kids. And you're going to sit there and say, oh, it's fine, it's okay, they're just talking smack. And now that this clown's actually attacked the person, and of course, if you were paying attention to the Jesse Waters segment, when this clown's being arraigned, he attacked the damn bailiffs in the damn courtroom. So yeah, we know this person's a wackadoodle. Trans my ass. This clown's just playing nuts. And the worst thing about it was, this is not the only one. There are others out there. I mean, Libs of TikToks, he's showing videos of these trans people threatening to kill people. And for what? Nothing. Like I said, these people, they're crazy, they're volatile, and thanks to the Second Amendment, they got access to a whole bunch of guns. And I'm thinking, yep, this society has gone off the deep end. And no one is watching the door. I mean, no one is doing their due diligence. I mean, the people who's supposed to be in charge, people who are supposed to be watching out for your little ones, are sitting there encouraging this garbage, just sitting there shrugging and saying, who cares? I mean, hopefully these people in this damn Pennsylvania town, you know, sort things out at this damn school and hopefully at that school board. Because you can't have shit like this happening. Because if this little kid, suffers permanent brain damage or worse, dies, I hope that everyone in that damn school board, in that damn the administration of that damn school gets sued right into the poorhouse. Because you know they're probably not going to go to jail for anything. But God willing, you got some people who got, good lawyers and make sure these people understand you can't have little kids being put in danger by someone who's clearly out of their mind. And of course, anyone who remembers what happened out there in Dublin, Ireland, where that crazy person from Algeria went nuts on those schoolgirls and tried to stab them all, knows what I'm talking about. Now, of course, that clown wasn't some trans fool. That clown was just a fool. Because back when I was growing up, we had fights. Yeah. Mostly gangbanger stuff, but yeah, we had fights. But this is different. This is on a whole different level. You're dealing with someone who's clearly, scrambled brains. And they're in the school with the regular students, mumbling to themselves, claiming they're trans, but they're not trans, they're just nuts. Talking about killing people? I mean, like, dude? No. We can't have this shit. No way. Only question is, makes you wonder how many more of these crazy people are in these damn schools, plotting the next mass atrocity. And every time I read about these damn stories, it almost gives you heartburn. It really does. Well, that's all I gotta say about these crazy people pretending that they're women, even though we know they're not. That's my opinion.